The end.
Twinkle, where is that? How I wonder what you are. Papa, with the like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, where is that? How I wonder what you are.
Don't try to kill the vibe. Hi guys.
Greatest intro ever,
My
right?
God, she would not stop.
That was like, this is the song that never ends. That's our anniversary
Our
intro.
happy birthday song. Yes.
We are 5 years old today.
5 years.
It really doesn't feel like 5 years.
That's half a decade that just flew by.
I remember when we first started, I remember thinking, I wonder what it will feel like when we're doing it 4 years in, 5 years in. And it felt so far away, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And it's just crazy.
It snuck up on us.
5 years. Yeah, when I seen that, I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, I had no idea.
Holy shit.
I knew it was around this time of year, but for some reason I was thinking like the 19th or something. I don't know why.
Yeah, same. I might have said the 18th or on a previous episode.
Yeah.
That's why. I can't believe it.
It's today.
We're 5.
Here we are for episode 230. That's a lot.
I've sat with you 200.
More than that, because we
Way
have
more.
hella Patreon episodes.
And real life sittings, but
yeah,
230 regular,
yeah.
recorded.
Yeah.
And I hate you.
That's a lot. That's a lot of venting.
It's a lot of fucking, my back hurts.
Mm-hmm. That's a lot of my sinuses. That's a lot.
That's a lot of, I have headaches.
Yeah.
Dead dads.
Lots of coffee.
So much. Starbucks should fucking sponsor us
They
at
really
this
should
point.
gift us something.
A gift card for our anniversary.
No, for real.
It's so much.
That's what fuels this show, keeps it going.
Every major life event we've went through in the last 5 years is documented.
It is. It is.
It's going to be on the History Channel.
Breakups, children.
Yeah.
Children's births. Yeah.
It's yeah, you didn't have peas when we started.
No. A jail visit, I think. A fucking...
You got arrested.
Yeah. Had to bail out.
Yep. Had to race over.
There's a lot of shit documented. Deaths.
Yeah.
Births. Breakups. Makeups. Lots of bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah, here we are.
Holy shit.
It's crazy. A lot of people are like leaving comments and sending messages saying that they've started over and like the growth is crazy.
Good. I hope they
and
can
I'm
hear
like
it.
a little offended to hear that. Like, are you calling me like stupid in the beginning? I don't know. I mean, but I appreciate that the growth is recognized and acknowledged.
I think even the way we speak on the microphones is totally different.
For sure, because that's something I think we had to learn to control our levels, for sure, our volume.
Especially me.
Stop talking over each other so much, which I know we still do when we get excited.
But go listen to that first and second and 10th episode.
Yeah.
And then a new one. It's very, very different.
Yeah. I don't listen anymore ever, but like back then, I think I would try to just to see what we needed to fix. And that was like something I would cringe at.
Yeah, me too.
Is how much we would be talking at the same time.
Yes. I won't listen to anything 100 or before.
Yeah. Is that your limit?
Yeah, because I think 118, maybe 120 might be. Correct me if I'm wrong, you guys. I think so. But I think that might be like liver spotted dick and like
that's
AIDS
1, 2, 3.
carnival and shit. Yeah, it's around that area. Mm-hmm. So I think that's 100 is where I won't.
Nothing before that.
No.
Yeah.
That's scary territory.
Right. Yeah. Well, here we are. Thank you so much, everybody that's shared us, helped us along the way.
Is a patron.
Listened, is a patron.
Left us a review.
Subscribes from every device they could get their hands on. Tells their relatives and coworkers and neighbors and everybody to fucking listen. Because we've only grown this from you guys, from word of mouth, you know? So thank you. for sure.
Yeah. It's literally just grown from you guys. And, us posting on social media, but we're even terrible with that. We got to get better.
Yeah, we're working on it.
Yeah. We've been being a consistent worker bees.
I'm hot. I'm sorry. I have to take
I
this
see the
hoodie
look
off.
on your face.
I'm like getting dizzy. I'm so hot. I'm in pajamas and I'm just hot.
I was in pajamas until about fucking noon, and then I came in to go to the bathroom, and I was like, let me just put on. It's not like I have anything better on right now. It still looks like pajamas.
It's a busy day. Today's been a busy day. It's been a busy few days.
It's
for us.
Fucking A.
But what else is new, right? Is
no.
my hair okay?
Go like this on the top a little. Yep.
That?
Over on this side a little.
Do it. Please.
Watch this, you guys. Oh, here, your thing covered it.
It's fine. Okay. Thank you.
I'll sit there and separate every gray into the gray
don't
side,
do
every
that.
black into the black part, like a fucking maniac.
Let me start by saying, don't you ever... What's his name at Starbucks? Our friend. Your friend. That I've claimed now as my friend. Antonio. I was gonna say fucking Andronico.
That's his new name.
No one told you to be showing him pictures of bodies in Safeway parking lots.
I was talking to him about fucking the thing at Safeway because he fucking ran up on me and had a piece of cake in his hand, and I was like, wait a minute, and I pulled my big piece of cake out of my purse, and I was like, Twinners.
You had cake in your purse.
I had cake, and it's like the best fucking cake from Safeway. It's like this mousse cake. It's fantastic.
I don't know why I'm surprised by that at all.
Right. It has like white chocolate and then like milk chocolate. But anyways, he had said something, and I was like, no, after this I'm going to do blah 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 because so and so died and blah blah blah. And I was like, do you want to see the body? And he was like, no, wait, yeah.
So I just placed an order right now before I came here, and of course he recognized the order, and he goes, hold on a second, like change the subject. He's like, real quick, and he starts telling me,
I love him,
like, is Crystal okay? Because I don't usually listen, but like she told me about like what you guys were talking about the last episode.
No, I'm not
and
ever
what
okay.
And what she's had going on, and about tearing out floors and
That's
black
nothing
mold.
new.
And I'm like, yeah, just like the usual. And I'm laughing because this conversation, I can't even see who I'm talking to, but I know it's him. But I'm like, this is, and then he's on the speaker like, and I saw the pictures, and I'm like, no, she did not show you the fucking.
He said he wanted to. I'm like, all right, here's his balls.
So he's like, just pull up.
I got you. I got your trauma drinks.
Yes. So I pull up and I'm like, yeah, we're gonna go talk some more right now, actually. And I can't believe she fucking showed that to you. Yes, I can.
You should be able to believe it.
Yeah, but he was like, no, I'm gonna listen to that fucking episode because this is just out of control.
Yeah, the message from Will's old boss.
Yeah.
I guess he had downloaded our, subscribed to our show a long time ago, but never listened. And he was on an airplane flight, and his regular, podcast were done, and it automatically started playing our latest episode, which was Dead Body episode. And he texted Will and was like, bro, this is the most wild, unhinged shit I've ever heard in my life. Everything just kept getting worse.
He didn't realize what he was subscribed to.
Will just was like, yeah, this is our life.
Very calm, very calm, no emojis or anything.
Nothing.
Somebody wrote us and was like, because you posted the screenshot, and somebody wrote us and was like, Will's response so calm with no emojis or anything. I would have been like, are you mad at me? Like,
do you hate us now?
Like, that's just normal. Like, it's just normal. Like, not,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always something.
Let me tell you, yesterday, I'm going to tell you guys.
Oh my God.
The greatest story ever.
Listen, I almost peed on my couch.
We had tears.
I had tears coming out of my fucking eyes. I couldn't breathe. And I almost peed on my fucking couch. And I was like, this is so typical.
Peak
of our bullshit. Like,
Hello Dysfunction.
Yeah, why am I even surprised? It's just like any embarrassment I have left, it has to go away. It just has to go.
You
don't even have any left. Like, no. I think I have a little bit
of
a smidge of embarrassment left.
Oh, I have none
Yours
left.
been gone. And I'm like,
there's nothing.
Mine is slowly evaporating, and I'm like, I just gotta let that go. Like, we're to the point where I have to just let that go.
Because what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
You were busy with your fucking ongoing criminal case over there, and so I get a call from my nephew, and he's like, Auntie, are you busy? My mom's not in a good place. She's threatening to kill herself. Trigger warning. She's threatening to kill herself. She's hysterical. My granny just called me. Can you help me? And I'm like, where's your mom? So he tells me where she is. Birds of a feather, apparently, because she's in the parking lot of a Walgreens.
A different location than your usual.
In like Tweaker Central, you know.
This place has dope fiends all up in the parking lot all the time.
All
like,
the time.
It's a busy location.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I call Pat. I'm like, fuck, should I call 911 or non-emergency? Like, you know, but shit, by the time fucking I was on hold, I was like, I was already getting off the exit. So I was like, fuck it, let me race there.
I knew you were really upset, but I wanted to be like, bitch, since when do you hesitate on calling 911?
I know.
Like,
I just wasn't
do you even
sure.
know non-emergency? Like,
No, I don't. I would have to Google it for sure.
There's no such thing in your mind as non-emergency.
No, I'm calling it for cats.
Yeah.
Everything.
No, for sure.
My car not starting. It's 911.
Right.
So I call and nope, I didn't. I showed up and she's in her car, windows are down, and she's like in full on, you know, when you're so angry and hurt, like the deepest despairs, and like to the point where when you're like crying and screaming at the same time, and it's like so intense that you can't, that last word doesn't even come out because you run out of like fucking air to scream it, you know, like it was bad. And when I first got there, I was really scared I was gonna have to like call professionals to help. And so I'm sitting in the car facing, I'm in her passenger seat. I have the door open. I'm facing her back seats. So like my right side is toward her, and I have my left side out the car, and I'm holding her arm, and I'm just trying to talk her down off the ledge. And it takes me a minute, a lot of minutes. And at one point she gets really hot and takes her hoodie off, and all she has on is a bra and yoga pants. And it's this bright red bra. At least she looked nice. She had this bright red bra on, and she's in full on hysterics. And I stand up at one point to get the lighter out of my car, and then I'm sitting back down, and she's like on the phone with screaming, her soon-to-be right? ex-husband, screaming, I hate you, I hope you die, all this shit. People are staring at us. I'm like squeezing her arm like someone's gonna call the cops, like tone it down. She's not hearing me at all. It was really intense. And as I'm sitting back in the car, I hear, Crystal? Hi, Crystal. And I'm like, what the fuck? I stand up hella quick and turn around.
Listen to me.
Let me tell y'all about myself. I ain't showered in over 2 days. I didn't even brush my hair yesterday. I've been working in the trailer. I probably stink like dead cat, dead body, fucking dirty trailer. I have on sweats that have black faded sweats that have bleach stains up the back of the leg. I'm in an HD hoodie, and I hear, Crystal?
As soon as you said that, I knew what was happening, and I fucking lost it. And I was like, oh my fucking God. I'm crying, laughing, and I'm like, don't even fucking say it. Do not fucking say it.
She goes, Crystal? And I turn around, and she's holding 2 Red Bulls, and she goes, I just really love the show. And my friend is like, I fucking hate you. I hope you die of an overdose, bitch. Like, she's losing it. And so as she's going, I love you. You're my inspiration. Her eyes like dart into the car at my friend in her bra, fucking losing her shit.
Screaming.
Yes.
Top volume. There's probably tweakers around the parking lot.
She's like, I was so excited to see you. I didn't know what to get you. You guys, I love your show. Please tell Pata Fria I love her so much too. And I was like, hi, what's your name? I gave her a hug. And I was like, oh my fucking God.
And
like,
she brought you Red Bulls. So in my brain, I'm like, she saw you long enough and saw what was going on.
She was like, she probably really needs this.
She was like, one, that's Crystal. Knew it was you. Was like, what can I offer her? She's obviously like going through some kind of crisis with somebody.
Oh God.
She needs Red Bull. Went inside, got you a beverage.
So sweet.
Came back and even brought you an extra
She's
for
like,
your
here.
possible. Is this a tweaker? Do you know her? Is this woman a stranger? Like, is she okay?
What's happening?
Does she need one too, though?
Yes, for your people.
Very thoughtful.
kind.
Very thoughtful. I lost it. I was like, this is so fucking typical.
Typical, right? And I'm
Yes.
like, I get back in the car and my friend had calmed down and I'm talking to her and I had said something about the listener and she goes, wait, you didn't know her? And I said, no, bitch, I didn't, but I do now.
Surprise.
And she
It's a
knows you
friend.
too.
It's a friend. We just haven't met yet.
Right. Everybody's a friend.
It's all good. There's no judgment.
No.
There is no judgment.
No.
It's fine.
And so later on, when I called after I left my friend, after, her son and his girlfriend showed up after an hour or so, I left her and she was okay. And I called later yesterday evening to check on her. And I was really glad that listener still approached me because it was...
No one else would have.
No.
Let's acknowledge that. Like, the typical person that's not a listener and in our community...
No.
Would not have gone anywhere near that situation.
They'd have been like, I'm calling the cops.
Not with snacks, not with anything. Nothing. Yeah.
No. And so...
These are our people.
Our people built for Dove.
Yes.
Like Carolyn. But I was able to crack a joke about it last night and it made her and her son and his girlfriend, everybody laugh. So it was, it really was a welcome interruption to such a fucking serious moment. Yeah,
serious
so
situation.
Thank you, Christina, for the Red Bulls and for introducing yourself and for having the balls to fucking still come up. That's fucking most people wouldn't have. So
fucking funny.
I love you. We love you. Thank you so much. But it was just fucking hilarious. I'm like at like the worst moment ever. She's like, Crystal, I know that's you over there.
Hey. Holding drinks. So cute.
It was so great.
Yeah.
It was great. I love you guys. It's always the best.
So, yesterday...
Matlock, tell us what's going on.
It was a regular day. I'm at my house. I'm like jumping on my rebounder. It's like whatever. I leave. Bunny was at a game. I left to go get her a little later than usual, and I go get our dinner and shit, and I come back. We get back about like 6:30, right?
Yeah.
My sister comes by to grab some mail at like 9. Between 6:30 and 9, the fucking garbage bandit struck again.
Wait a minute. So we talked about it yesterday afternoon.
Yeah. No, that's because it happened again. It keeps happening now, like every 2 days. It hadn't happened yet when I talked to you.
Right.
No.
So that's insane.
Yeah. But that's how frequent, that's how comfortable this bitch has gotten, right? So sometimes...
Poop garbage, guys. Yeah. Poop.
Well, it's all kind of garbage. But once it was bathroom garbage with human shit in it. So,
that's fucking bio waste.
Yeah. And... So, God, where was I? Okay, so
Sorry.
sometime between 6:30 p.m. and 9 p.m., my sister comes by. She gets her mail at 9, and she's like, "Hey, there's fucking garbage out there again." And she knows this has been ongoing. I showed her the video I had. Like, you know, we have footage.
That's fucking gross.
But I haven't seen. You know, we've been on the lookout, like trying to recognize this person in the parking lot, at the basketball courts, like anywhere. You know, we ain't seen him though. So I'm like, oh, hell no. So I lose it. So I go knock on my neighbor's fucking door. I think he was sleeping, but I woke him up and I'm like, hey, can you check like this window of time, check the cameras and see what you see? Because there's like hella garbage. And it wasn't even just like a bag. This time it was a box that had bags stuffed in it. It was like a Corona box. And then it had another bag.
Case of garbage.
It was a case. It was 2 bags in there and 1 bag on top. So it was like 3 full garbage bags that you left me this time. Mind you, the time before was like the day before yesterday or it was 2 days ago.
And the whole point is why?
Why?
Why do stairs when you can literally just walk straight, flat ground?
Yeah. So I've been like, okay, did you have words with my neighbor in the parking lot? I know I haven't had no situation. So I'm like, did you have words with my son, Bunny? Like, you know, who had a confrontation with you to make you do this? Because this is very intentional.
This is some shit you do to people you hate.
Exactly. I'm not near the dumpster. So this ain't no just lazy on the way type shit, right?
Right. You got to go out of your way.
So I snap and I tell the neighbor, I'm talking to him. He's pissed. And I'm like, I think it's the apartment upstairs on the next level. So I'm going to just go to the door. Fuck it. So he's like, I'm going to put my shoes on, girl. I cut. So
you got to be really mad for you to go to the door because you don't do stranger interaction.
No, I don't. So my sister's like, are you going to wait for him? And I was like, no, I'm not. So I go to the door where I think it is. I pull up the video and I'm like, hey, does this person live here? Do you know who this is? And they're like, no, he doesn't live here. And so it's like a man and his wife, and they have like a younger son than I thought. And they come to the door and the son is like, he lives upstairs. Like, I think he lives upstairs.
Wait a minute. So not above you, above that floor.
Yes. So mind you, there's lots of levels on my building. Okay. I'm at the very bottom. So I go to the next level.
And the next level is where you would go to the dumpster. So you're passing the dumpster
to get to me. No, it gets better. So the kid and then the dad looks and he's like, they're up above. I said, oh, say less. Sorry to bother you. Good night. So I'm in pajamas, not these pajamas. I'm in different pajamas. I go upstairs to the next level.
Trash. We change our jammies.
For sometimes.
Maybe.
I go to the next level. Okay. Now this is 2 floors up from me. I go, I ring there's 4 units on that one.
You
I
ring
go,
them all and stand in the middle?
Bing. Yes. I go bing, 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 bing. They can't see me now because I'm standing in the middle in fight position, damn near. And they're like,
Street Fighter.
Yes. And they're like, I'm sorry. I hear 2 different people like, who is it? Can I help you? Who is it? And I'm like, I'm sorry to bother you. I'm your neighbor. So 2 of them open the doors. One of them is this guy that I recognize that I've like had words with sometimes in the parking lot.
All of them.
The other one is a lady. She cracks her door. She goes, I don't have on a shirt. I'm sorry. I don't have on a shirt. That's why I'm not. I said, don't worry. I'm sorry to bother you. You know, it's 9 at night. I'm like, I'm hella sorry to bother you. I was like, but let me show y'all this. Does this person live with you? Do you know who this is? So the dude that I've talked to before, he looks and he goes, he watches the video and he goes, oh no, it's all black people on this floor. And so I was like, oh, okay. And he goes, that's not nobody that lives in none of these 4 units. I said, thank you. Sorry to bug you.
Don't tell me you went up one more.
I went up again.
I'm going to knock this mic stand over,
Listen
bitch.
to me. I'm now 3 floors above me. Okay.
You're at the top, damn near.
I'm pissed. I'm starting to sweat. I'm pissed because now I done climbed 3 flights to find this bitch.
You don't even need to rebound
I go up
later.
There. My neighbor ain't even caught up to me yet. He put on his shoes. He's still working his way up to the next floor. I'm at the top now. Bing, bing, bing. I go ring all the doorbells again. They open the doors. I'm like, oh, one of them opens the door. It looks like him. I said, oh, wait a minute. It's you.
It's you, the dirty poop bandit.
He goes, what? So I show him my phone. I said, is this you? And he goes, let me see. What? Yeah, it is. I said, yeah, this is you, right? So I lose it, right? So I'm yelling at him and I'm like, I don't know what the fuck you think you've been doing. I was like, but I got you on camera. You come get that motherfucking garbage that's downstairs right now. So he's like, before he could even say anything, here comes his mom. and I recognize her, and she's like this Brazilian lady, and I recognize her because I think she's had a BBL, and like she's hella thick and she's blonde. And I'm like, oh, hold on. I said, oh, this is your son? So
I'm going to kill him.
Then her husband comes, and I'm like, oh, I recognize you. Peace says hi to you sometimes in the parking lot. So I'm like, oh, them two parents don't speak English.
Great.
They only speak Portuguese. So I'm like, hold on. Now, the other neighbor across, they done opened their door too by now. So that lady is like, I kind of speak English. And she goes, hold on, let me get my husband.
Aww.
She goes and gets her husband out the bed. Here he comes, rubbing his eyes and shit. He speaks English. Their son, who's like 8 years old, he speaks English. So I'm like, cool, y'all could translate. So the boy...
Say motherfucking bitch. The little boy.
Tell them I said, bitch, I'll kill you. Tell them right now. Listen to me. I'm screaming in their face, telling them what to say and pointing at the motherfucker the whole time, right? My hair is crazy. I've been bouncing and shit. It's hot. I got pajamas on.
You had to go up all these stairs, bitch.
And disturb all these neighbors.
For this reason.
Yes. So I'm like, what was the reason? Ask him right now, why the fuck has he been doing it? So I notice the parents are like, what? So I show the parents the video. The parents are all like, oh my God. And they start yelling at him a little bit. And then I want them to
hit him.
I see him gesture like, oh, no. Like once, twice, something like that. Hold on.
Are you lying in Portuguese?
I scream at the neighbor. You tell them it's been 10 times. You tell them, no, it ain't been once or twice. It's been 10. So I start going like this. 10 times, caca, everywhere. 10 times, caca. And so the lady's like, oh, and she gasps and she fucking holds her chest. And I'm like, furious. Here comes my neighbor. He's losing it.
Tell him 10 times, caca.
Yes, I'm losing it. So my neighbor comes over. His eyes are bloodshot fucking red. He got a beanie on and shit.
A bat in his hand.
I just woke him up. So he's like trying to explain to them. I'm like, no. They don't speak English. So the kid is trying to apologize. So my neighbor's like, I don't want no apology. I want to know why you're doing it. Why are you doing
your
it?
Neighbors?
Yes.
Good.
Because he's like, you're going out of your way. Like this
you're
ain't
passing the dumpsters.
We're nowhere near the fucking dumpster. So he's like, the kid tries to say, oh, I forgot the garbage there a couple times. No. We're nowhere near the motherfucking dumpster. You didn't forget it because what the fuck were you doing down there by our apartment? Nothing. There's no business for you down there.
Unless you live down there. There's
no.
They're below sea level.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
There's no reason for
you
anyone to go there.
So I'm asking him, did you drop it from the top floor or something? Because no, it would have made a big ass noise. You're walking it every time because we see you and then we watch you walk upstairs on camera. Like you're not forgetting it on accident. You're intentionally, and then you're getting closer and closer to our front door every time now.
Which is weird because you're having to go through extra flights of stairs. So
then he tells me, you're not my neighbor. I don't have a problem. You're not my neighbor. I said, I sure in the fuck ain't. So why do you keep coming down there? So I said, oh, no. I said, you come get your shit right now. And he goes, when? And I said, right now. So, girl, I damn near grabbed him by his hair.
You pulled your gun out of your waistband and hit him in the back of the head with it?
I should have. But, I was going to somebody's door and I was thinking, don't be too crazy because what if they kill me?
Crazy.
Right. What if they kill me? So the parents are like apologizing. I'm sorry. And then
Can you imagine you find stinkers is put in your poo trash?
I told my neighbor, I was like, if one of my kids did this shit, I was like, the police would have to come get me off of them.
I'd kill Nia and Stevie.
Could you fucking... No. I said the embarrassment alone. Like, oh my God. So I'm like...
I already feel like your house garbage is like private anyways,
it is,
right?
Especially bathroom garbage. There'd be like tampon applicators.
Hair.
I've seen balled up blonde hair in the fucking...
I was going to say, now if you take her hair and do some shit...
I didn't think to myself, like, who's blonde? Who's blonde around here? That's what I should have fucking thought of. But I was just like, this looks like hair out of a drain because it was like balled up garbage hair, so I didn't really trip. But then it all made sense after I realized who the fuck it was. So I walked that bitch downstairs in his drawers. And I'm like, you're going right now. So my neighbor is still talking to the translator and the fucking parents. And I take the kid and I'm like, let's go. Now I march that bitch downstairs and I'm like, I got a son.
I'm your new auntie, bitch.
I'm behind him on his heels, bitch, the whole time. Good. And I'm like, I got a son. And I'm telling you now, if anything anything else happens to my car, around my apartment, on my patio, anything,
it's your ass.
I'm gonna have him beat the fuck out of you. So he goes, okay, you have a good day. Like, I'm supposed to walk off. I said, oh no, I'm following you because I'm going home. So I follow him all the way down.
You know, where you drop all your garbage.
He picks it up, and I'm like, matter of fact, I want to know exactly what your face looks like so that my son knows in case I have to have him fuck you up. So I start taking pictures, bitch. I took like 25 pictures of this bitch. So I start to go back up, and I see my neighbor coming down, and he's like, okay, you know, it's fine. He's like,
stop causing hella trouble.
Yeah, he's like, it's all right. You know, I talked to them. They said it'll never happen again, this and that, you know, whatever. I told him it was fine. I said all I needed to say. And I was like, okay, well, you know, I told the boy, like, I got hella pictures of him now. And I'm just thinking, like, we complained to the office so many fucking times. They did nothing. I asked them, you know, and they raised my rent yesterday. What? So, like, goddamn, they raised my rent yesterday. And then, like, a couple hours later, I'm dealing with that. And like, that's the bullshit.
Nerve. That's nervy.
Yeah, and you guys aren't helping me like
find the poop
case.
Bandit. Like, that's fucked
You're
up.
not helping me solve the case at all. I had to use my own fucking resources.
My own legs.
Yes. And so my neighbor, he was just like, I'm glad it's solved. Like, you know, this man done bought a camera, drilled it into the wall. We ain't even supposed to be doing that.
Right.
He done did all this. We've been collecting surveillance. You know what I mean? Like,
this has been an ongoing case.
An ongoing fucking
months.
Case. It's solved. The case is fucking solved. So
and like, there's no reason why.
And he never gave me a reason. He tried to tell me, I just forgot it a couple times. No, you punk ass bitch. Try that with your parents. You didn't forget nothing because I live nowhere near you. You came here
so
intentionally.
Weird to me, like.
I've never had any interaction with him, nothing. I sent the pictures to Stinkers. He said he ain't never seen him before. I'm like, well, save these in your phone because I'm gonna have you fuck his ass up. And I told him if anything happens again, if anything is touched, anything, anywhere. And he's like, good, I'm glad you told him. Yep, sure did. Marched that bitch downstairs.
His parents were probably mortified he was doing that.
Had to be. Because they're nice people.
Yeah.
I've seen them in the parking lot. And I told them, like, I have the little girl. And I'm, like, trying to tell them. And I'm, like, telling the neighbor, tell them.
Tell them.
And they go, I know. And I'm like, she could walk outside and touch your fucking dookie toilet paper. Like, are you serious? They better have been embarrassed.
Oh, I would choke my kids out if they did that shit.
I would slam their face into the dirt. Like, I can't even talk about what I would do.
No.
If one of my kids did that. Went out of their way on the property somewhere to somebody's house to leave my fucking bathroom garbage and, like, hella mess. And sometimes, I told you, it would be spilled out. It wouldn't be nicely in a bow. That shit would be dumped out sometimes. Ice cream containers. And, you know, we have, like, cats, raccoons, like,
they can shred that shit,
and they come and fuck with it. Yes. And me and my neighbor have taken turns putting on gloves, cleaning that shit up, and then hella, like, marching that shit to the garbage ourselves, feeling hella defeated. Lots of times. 10 times we've taken turns.
Does it bug you when people wipe their ass and put their poop toilet paper in the garbage can?
It makes me
I have a story about it.
I try to be like, okay, I know where you come from
and why
you do this.
You want to explain in case people don't know?
People from Mexico, people from Brazil, people from even people from the Philippines, I've heard. People like that come from countries that don't have good plumbing systems. It's kind of their custom to wipe their fucking ass and put it in the wastebasket in the garbage can. Yeah. I've worked with a lot of people at old jobs where they did it at the job. And I was just like, fuck, like, come on, dude. Our plumbing is up to par. Like, you could flush that shit. And it's really gross. And but I mean, whatever. If that's what you want to do in your house, like, just make sure your kids ain't leaving that shit at nobody's house.
Right.
You know what I mean? But yeah, it's frustrating, especially in a workplace too, where you're around other people. Like, you don't see anybody else doing that. So, like, why are you doing it?
Right. So when I was little,
you have a story about this?
Oh, do I?
Were you at someone's house?
Nope. Hold on, I'll take reflux and fucking antibiotic. I have another sinus infection. Top that off on our anniversary episode. So when I was younger, I'm talking, my grandpa was a motherfucker. I think about this randomly and I'm like, he was a bitch for this.
What happened?
So when I was like, up until I was probably 8, when I would wipe my ass, I would put the toilet paper in the garbage can.
Wait, hold on. Hold it. Hold it. You said up until you were 8, but who started you doing that?
Me. I don't remember why, or if somebody showed me, because no one else in my family did that.
No, so who got you doing that, especially in that household?
I don't know.
Where you could eat off the floor.
Yeah, I don't know. But I don't know
where you got that shit from. You were just being gross.
I have no idea.
You were being a little gross kid. Maybe I don't know.
I don't know why, and my grandpa kept telling me stop doing it.
I'm surprised he didn't put your nose in it.
Oh, just wait. So it's daycare hours. He decided to stay home that day, which was very rare. My grandfather never fucking called out. And we're all on the patio, and it's like after homework game time. There's all the kids are in there.
Kids that are also your age?
Yes.
Okay.
Maybe a little older, maybe a little younger. He comes out with a fucking plastic glove on his hand, holding my shitty toilet paper, and he goes, "Didn't I tell you to stop putting this in the goddamn garbage bucket?"
Hold on. It's not your role yet. Crystal. You finish your game in a minute. Crystal D'Amato.
And, he would go, "God damn it. Didn't I tell you? Stop putting this in the damn waste bucket." And he's waving it, bitch. So
and
everyone,
it has Dookie on it.
All the kids I'm playing with,
they're like, "Ew." Crystal puts Dookie paper in there.
And y'all wonder why I am the way I am.
That's mild. That's honestly a mild way of dealing with it. My grandfather probably would have been like, "Pack your shit. You're getting out. You're going to somebody's house. I don't know with who, but you're going somewhere."
Oh, I got another. My grandpa was mean. When I was little,
I'm kind of surprised he didn't like hit you or something.
I got another story about the first time Simone ever came to our house. Simone's one of my longtime friends. The first time she ever came to my house, very first time, we were in 3rd grade. And my grandfather was a neat freak. He for sure had OCD. Very much a neat freak. We had a big chalkboard on the wall in the patio because we had a daycare, and every fucking thing had a place. There was a chalk drawer for the chalk, for the erasers. The fucking chalkboard had to be fully erased and cleaned at cleanup time. Like, this was fucking therapy needing daycare. Well, shit came over. We were playing in the patio. We went in the house to do something. He came in the patio. She had left a piece of chalk on the table.
Oh, no.
And he said, came in the bedroom where I was. Mind you want to know what I was doing to her? I'm so fucked up. She's sitting in my room on the floor. I have my big giant rat George out, and she's crying hysterically, and I'm putting my rat on her because I think it's so funny that she's losing it.
You deserve to get fucking
no,
embarrassed.
Just wait till
you deserve for him to embarrass you.
And my rat,
that's what he interrupted.
My rat George. It's terrible. My poor animal. Poor her.
You're touching her with it.
Yeah, but you want to know what she did to me before that? She said, "Oh my God, look, a snake hole." And at school, and I bent down to look for the snake hole, and she sat on my head and farted. So it was kind of like fucking payback.
You're both gross.
It was a wild life.
White children. Gross.
I didn't fart, bitch. I never did that.
Me and my friends wasn't playing them games.
So it was like payback, right?
But you had a big rat you could touch her with.
So let me tell y'all, George was a giant rat. That's what kind he was. He was like this big, not including his tail. I'm not kidding.
No.
His tail was like this big. They're amazing pets. Amazing pets. So anyways, that's what I'm doing when Bill comes in.
You're like, "Hey, guess what?"
And he grabs my hair on the top of my head and stands me up by my hair, bitch, in front of my new friend who's here for the first time, and goes,
that you're terrorizing.
And he goes, "You goddamn kid, you left the chalk out on the table," and he walks me down the hall.
That's how I wanted to do the neighbor.
To the patio.
He had his little fluffy little bang going up right here. I wanted to grab that shit and walk him all the way down 3 flights to get his garbage.
I wanted to fucking die. And
he should have did you like that for the bathroom.
I'm trying to laugh it off.
Yeah.
She's in the room fucking not only traumatized from this giant rodent I'm putting on her and thinking it's hilarious, but my grandfather just drugged me out of my room by my hair because she left the chalk out. I didn't. So she felt horrible. She's like, I want to go home.
I need to get picked up.
To my own violence, where my fucking Mimi and Papa are calling each other cocksuckers and shit. Like, her house was crazy too. But that's how my grandfather fucking welcomed new people over as a child.
That was a bit extreme. The bathroom, you should have got your hair pulled for the bathroom.
I was a fucking child. It was chalk. You know, so
in a daycare.
That was the last time my grandpa ever, you know, like tried to spank me or do some abusive shit like that. When I was like 12, we got into it, and I remember I got really mad, and I was like, fuck you, I hope you die. I was so
fed up
with him being fucking just mean as fuck to me. And like, I already had no dad, I had no fucking mom, like, you know, like, and I
got reminded of my grandpa's own trauma every time he made me cry or was mean to me. I
feel bad for that.
I had to get told about how he was abused as a child, and like, so let's perpetrate it forward. Yeah, so let's excuse it every single time.
My grandpa, my great grandpa was a really bad gambler when my grandfather was younger, and he would gamble away cars, pink slips, furniture, like, and to the point where my great grandmother, and this is back in a time where it was one income households, women stayed home, got all pretty cooked,
couldn't have a bank account.
Late 40s, early 40s, and it got to the point where my great grandfather gambled so badly and was not good at it, that my great grandma had to go get a job, but she couldn't afford to have anyone watch my grandfather, so she would tie him to a clothesline in the backyard for like 7 hours at a time.
It's crazy. Once again, I feel bad kind of telling his business. That's why I hesitated, but he's no longer with us.
I'll tell everybody's. Tell me, I'll do it.
My grandpa, he had a stepfather or something that raised him. Like his parent, his mom and stuff was like not around.
Kids
or something.
Did not have voices, opinions, feelings.
No.
It was, you were to be seen and not heard. Do not speak unless spoken to, and let the adults make their plates first.
A lot of parents still subscribe to that present day, but he used to get tied up and left in a bathtub for hours, and I would have to be told about that as a little kid, like for, maybe longer than hours, maybe like days, I don't know, long time, but enough to fuck him up. But
which is horrible,
but like, maybe tell him be nice. He don't have to, like, don't you not want to make me feel bad, like, because you know you felt bad? Right. I don't know.
I just don't understand the whole, as an adult, like as a child growing up, like I get it, but as an adult, when you know better, I don't understand the whole, I'm fucking hurt and I still hurt, so I'm gonna make you hurt. I don't get that for especially a child that you're supposed to love.
I think that happens, not that I'm right, but I think that happens when parents don't realize like the level of abuse they endured, and they think they turned out good. Right. So they want to redistribute that because it'll be like, you'll do good like me, look at what I did, look at what I overcame, and you're kind of a dick, bro. Right. But when they don't realize they're a dick and they don't realize they were abused, you know,
like the running joke in my house is we called my grandpa Grumpy Grampy and Grumpy Grandpa, and like for Christmas we would get him Zippo lighters engraved with Grumpy Grandpa on them and shit.
He was known for being mean. As mine was too. I mean, he got nicer in his old age, but he was very fucking mean.
I will say the last 2 years of my grandpa's life, he was great, you know. Especially when he found out he had terminal cancer. That shit'll really make you switch your fucking attitude up real fast. Wow. Like he did stuff with me that he never would have done. Like that's decorate cool. Christmas cookies and shit. But I hate the whole, I got spanked and I turned out fine. Like, did you though? Yeah. Like, really? Did you? Right. You probably didn't. You definitely didn't.
I do think some kids need to get hit though. Maybe not hella hard. Maybe like just a little bit. But like that timeout and talking to don't work with every kid. I think some kids
911 their ass.
Need to be put on their ass sometimes.
911 their ass.
I could have been one of those kids. I should have probably been put on my ass.
No, you should have been fucking loved.
Well,
that's what should have happened.
True.
I think some kids like have explosive personality disorder, intermittent anger problems, right? And I'm not doing air quotes to make fun of those. I don't know why my fingers did that, okay? But they do, right?
Yeah.
And so their behavior isn't pleasant. It doesn't follow the norm and shit.
My stomach is like
therapy, get them in classes, but these teenage kids, right? I would say that are bipping cars, fucking snatching old ladies' purses and shit. Maybe deck their asses
for sure.
They're old enough to get socked.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I don't. You know better.
And then like the ones I'm when I say it, I'm thinking of the kids that hit their parents and like are violent and like like you probably need to get fucked up a couple times, maybe not all the time, but like couple good ones. Yeah. Straighten your ass out a little bit.
Remember the show Nanny 911?
Yeah, there were some terrors on that show. Some of them needed to get fucked up.
Dude. There was a little boy, I remember he called his mom a bitch. I mean, he was like 8.
Maria.
But remember the dad was a fucking prick to the mom.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It just goes deep. It's so nuanced. It goes so fucking deep, right? But I don't know. I didn't deserve to be drugged by my hair for leaving out chalk.
For the toilet paper you did, not for the chalk. Not for the chalk. That toilet paper though, girl.
Fuck you.
Speaking of kids and fucking, I wouldn't have hit her for this, but yes, last night also.
You'll never fucking hit her.
No, this was before.
I'll save her.
The whole garbage bandit fiasco. I'm in my room and I'm folding clothes and I'm like, Bunny, keep an eye on Peas while I do this laundry, please. Cause she keeps coming in there and she like shakes the shit I just folded and wants to wave it around and like helicopter it. And I'm like, come on, dude. So I'm like, watch her. So I'm in there folding clothes. I got like 2 baskets. Bunny comes in after like 20 minutes or something. And she looks around and she goes, where's Peas? And starts laughing. And I was like, girl, like, didn't I tell you before I started, keep an eye on her? So she's like, no, for real. So she walks, goes through the living room, goes to look in the laundry. I mean, our apartment is only so big. Goes into her bathroom, goes around. We can't find her.
Okay, I would start shitting my pants.
Goes into the closet. I get up off my ass right behind her, though. I go to the laundry room.
Are you getting a little nervous?
I'm yelling P's name over and over. All of a sudden, I get scared and I almost start crying.
Yeah.
And I'm like, are any doors open? Like, it's nighttime. She's never done this in her life.
911 would be called already.
Yes. So I'm like... But I go silent. So now after I'm yelling her name, I get quiet and I'm like flinging doors open, flinging cabinets open, all kind of shit. Bunny can tell I'm starting to panic. So she's running now from room to room. Peace. We cannot fucking find her. Girl.
She did a Richard.
All of a sudden, there's a big tent in my living room. Okay.
Y'all didn't think to look in the motherfucking tent?
She don't be going in there like that. And she definitely don't go in there and go silent. So
she's like, this is so funny. Do you hear mommy crying? I love it.
All of a sudden I see the flap open and she starts climbing out and Bunny goes, really? And I said, oh my fucking God.
You're getting a whooping right now. And she comes
out laughing. She's laughing. And I
love her.
I said, Peas, you scared mommy. Like, you scared Bunny and you scared mommy. Don't do that. And she starts laughing and she's like dying laughing. She thinks it's so funny. And I'm like, oh my God, she was in there the whole fucking time.
Watching you cry.
So Bunny's great. Like, we've been calling your name for a long time. Like, you can't do that. Like, we've been panicking, sweating. And she's like dying laughing. So my emotions are being yanked all over the place last night. Like,
you want to laugh? God.
I was scared.
What time did you go to bed?
I went like right to bed, probably like
of exhaustion.
Yeah, after the neighbor shit, she took a bath and then I think I was in bed and asleep by 10. Like
now you're getting a leash like Richard.
Yes, yeah. I said that when we were at Disneyland because I saw some kids that had one and I was
the little furry backpacks with the tail.
We used to laugh and talk shit about those, like when back in the day, like when Stinkers and Mona were little. But honestly, like I see the need for one.
Naya had to wear one.
Yeah. I definitely was like, I'm gonna order one.
When we went to Six Flags, she used to run off, dude, and she was like 2 and 3 and would think it was funny. And when you're
in crowded places, like that shit is fucking scary.
Yes, and it's not funny when you can't find your child.
Yeah. So I'm like, Peas must have been playing hide and seek at preschool or something, because she ain't never did that before, but she let that shit go on for a long fucking time. Like
she's like, let's see if they cry.
Circling each other, like frantic. I'm opening cabinets, everything. It reminded me of that time Stinkers got lost in Chuck E. Cheese. And
oh my God,
he fucking hid from me in our apartment before when he was hella little, and I could not fucking find him, and he was under the kitchen sink eating bananas, and there was hella banana peels under there, and he was like under there.
Did you want to kill him?
With the door closed, I open it, he's cracking up, and I'm like, was panicking for the 2 minutes.
It's the worst feeling, like for those few minutes when you can't find your child.
And I'm just thinking of I already have intrusive thoughts really bad, where I'm thinking,
like, they're raped and their heads cut off.
Exactly. I'm picturing limp, decapitated body on my patio, and I'm like, sometimes those doors don't be locked, like, when we're home, like oh my God, all the thoughts in my head. I was really in a panic.
Now you're getting in a playpen.
yes at fucking 3 years old. God.
Hey, she's hella funny coming home from school, like singing whole fucking songs over and over and
on loop.
And she thinks she's like, I sing it.
Yes.
She's great. She's great entertainment.
She's funny. The teachers every day, they tell me how funny she is, and I'm like, yes, she's hilarious.
She's a riot.
She really is. Thank God.
We need to do a Patreon episode with Peas.
God, when she could talk a little better.
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah.
She's fucking great. Gypsy Rose Blanchard was granted parole.
Yeah, I'm happy. Early.
I
early
love
parole.
that. I don't think she should have served as long as she did.
I mean, it's unfortunate how it ended. She killed her abuser. Yeah. It's unfortunate how it ended, but like, goddamn, her whole fucking life. Like,
her mom made her play disabled and have cancer so her mother could get attention and have money
and have a hole in her
Munchausen
stomach
by proxy,
and pull all her teeth out, and like all this fucking crazy ass shit that she did not need. Yeah, like her body went through so much at the hands of her mother's fucking delusion,
for real. And the fact that she was locked up for so long is so fucked up. So I'm excited for her. I hope she lives a good life.
I know she's still young, so God.
How old is she? Do you know? 20s?
I don't. I really don't know. But the fact she's getting, paroled early is nice. And she's in contact with her dad, her biological dad, who like
supported her and shit.
Who wasn't around during all that. And so she has a support system, family. So that's good.
Yeah, I hope nothing but I hope she does well.
Yeah.
Reacclimates to society as a normal human with autonomy over themselves, because she never had that. She's never had that.
Speaking of autonomy over yourselves, and
I don't want mine anymore.
Consent and being able to make choices for your reproductive system and shit. And we've talked about this before. Like, I have mixed feelings when it comes to breeders, dog breeders, but there are some great ones and there are some that aren't so great. But this one appears to be like one that really takes really good care of their animals and like loves them and everything and all that. But so the way I stumbled upon this breeder,
what are you doing?
A guy that I know that's from my neighborhood, he also breeds like those fucking buff ass low to the ground bully pits or whatever they're called, right?
The pocket pits.
Yes, they're hella buff and they're very low. Those. So he was at a show or something. He was in a show and he tagged the person next to him that also placed in this competition.
Yeah.
So I clicked on that guy's page for whatever reason, and I look at it, and I was fucking mortified.
A lot of these dogs, man. Go ahead, sorry.
This was so bizarre to me, and I don't know if this is normal breeder behavior or like language or conversation. I do have a friend who is a breeder. She breeds cane corsos and fucking, she's great. She is fucking great. Like, those are her babies. Like, she, So like I said, I do know that good ones exist, but she's never done no shit like this, and it freaked me the fuck out. But one of his first posts were of a girl, and he's talking about how she's in heat. And he posts this reel of her walking and zooms in on like her swollen pussy and is making comments like, yeah, y'all see that? Y'all see that? Like, yeah, she's ready. Like something.
That's
Everybody,
Joe Budden's friend.
DM me now. She's ready. Y'all see that? I love to see that. Something, right? So
That poor fucking dog, bro.
So he's zooming in on her swollen dog pussy, and that is freaking me the fuck out. And I'm like, this feels really creepy and fucking weird. Also with what he's saying and what was in the caption and shit. And then I go to another reel, and it's for one of his male studs.
Come on.
And the reel starts off with a syringe, and it's a syringe held up like this, and it's full of nut. And so I click on it, and I'm watching it, and he's like bragging, and he's like, y'all see that? Like he shoots or he squirts or he like some disgusting description for what he has in there. So then I'm looking at the dog, I'm looking at this, and I'm like, he has on a glove and he has the syringe, and I'm like, how did you get the nut into the, like, did you jack the dog off? Like, I'm getting all grossed out. So then I go to the comments, and I'm like, does anybody else think this is weird? Like, let me read the comments, right? And there's a guy in the comments, and he's like, see, he's raw as fuck, bro. Something like, I gotta see that breeding. Like, I can't wait to see that breeding. It was either on the pussy post or the nut post, but he's like, I gotta see that breeding. And,
so y'all are watching dog porn.
And it's juiced for it. And I'm like, this is fucking... And nobody in the comments was like, this is weird. Out. Like, this, hey guys, this is chill out. Like, you're getting weird in here. Like, nobody is saying it's weird. And so I'm like, oh my God, like, this is... I wanted to send it to you, but I didn't want to ruin your day. But I'm like, this is fucking disgusting. And just the comments and like... the way he's juiced, and he sounds like his heart's racing, and like, yeah, you see, and then like oh my God, it's the grossest shit ever. And it's like, this is like dog porn. Like, this is what
no,
like,
what did you stumble into?
I don't fucking know, but I'm like, it's one thing to be excited like for puppies, I guess. I don't know, like, yeah, this is gonna be a dope breed, or you know what I'm saying?
But you're making reels of the dog's swollen anatomy, like, that's just gross.
Another reel of nut, a close-up of nut, like, look how much is in here. It's like 15 milliliters, bro, like, blah blah blah, he's ready, look at how he's coming, like, blah blah. And then the comments, I was like, oh my God, what did I fucking fall upon? This is the most disgusting fucking shit. And to say, like, I gotta see that breeding. You're saying I gotta see that, then fuck.
It's so gross.
Not, I gotta see those puppies, how those puppies turn out. No, it wasn't that. It was, I gotta see
these animals are here breeding. For my enjoyment.
I gotta see that breeding going on. What? You're dog pimps. This is getting creepy. Yeah.
I hate people. I say it a million times a day, but I just do. I hate people. It's one thing to breed dogs. It's another thing. Like,
why you gotta document every step? Why are you zooming in on, like, what? But I mean, you're trying to sell the commodified...
Post pictures of the motherfucking like, puppies, okay?
Yeah, do that. Okay, like, do that, and like post their heads and shit, like when they be doing that. Don't post like
a close up of her hookie, poor baby,
while she's walking around the kitchen,
and hell of uncomfortable. That doesn't feel good for them to be in heat.
Yeah,
and you're juiced,
and you're like zooming in on it, and you're like, yeah. The tone and like
he's for sure touched it.
The excitement in his it just made me like,
rubbed
what?
It.
Yes.
You can't tell me he hasn't.
And like thinking you're doing them a favor. I think it gets into that territory where it's like, some people
wasn't
believe
it
that.
Joe Budden that jerked his dog off?
And he's like, if you really love your dog, like, that's not weird to you. Like, I've done it. If you Google it, Joe Budden jacking off his dog or whatever. I searched it myself on Google.
I'm the biggest animal lover.
The clip comes up and he's like, you don't fucking love your dog then if you think that's weird. Like, I want to get him off so he feels better. Like, what?
How do you know he needs that?
I guess if his lipstick comes out.
You're a raper. Dogs' lipsticks come out for everything. You're a raper. You're a dog raper.
Like, let him hump a toy. You know what I'm saying? Let him figure that out. That's not your job to jack the dog off. I don't know. People
didn't consent. That's so gross.
I don't like it.
People are gross. They're fucking.
And then it gets even grosser because, you know, like in doing sex work, I told you I've had people call me and proposition me to like let their dogs fuck me. I didn't do it. I did not do it. I was offered like $10,000.
A boundary.
I've surprise.
One. She has one solid boundary, which I approve of. Very much.
But literally, like, you know, he was like $10,000. He's like, I'll send you half the deposit right now, describing how it would be set up, how they would be, you know, chained a certain way so that they couldn't hurt me. Like, and yeah.
I'd rather eat a bullet.
Yeah.
On live.
I'd rather headbutt a knife, like, a lot of times.
No, for real. That's foul as fuck.
Yeah.
I don't even want to touch human wiener half the time.
And it just makes me think, like, there's people that do survival sex work, and there's people that really might need $10,000 now, and like might not be able to say no.
You're going to get a DM talking about, do you still have the trick's name? Somebody's going to want it. She don't, so don't do it.
This was years ago. It was in LA, so
of course it was.
That. But
of course,
yeah. And they were like, my usual like girl that does this for me is out of town, and like, you know, what will it take? Like, name your price. What will it take?
Hello, 911. I have an emergency.
There's some weird shit going on.
I'm in a fucking emergency. Yes, it's the 500th time I've called this year.
Yes, it's
this
Crystal.
Is a real one.
Yes, it is.
It's a real one. That's foul as fuck. I don't like it.
Yeah.
I don't like it. I remember the first time I saw bestiality porn, I was probably 15.
Yeah, me too.
And this weird fucking...
I was like fucking 11.
I ended up... I was with like my close girlfriend at the time, and she was messing with this dude, and we went over to this house he was at, but there was this weird older dude there.
You saw? Oh, you didn't see it in person.
No.
Okay.
There was this weird older dude there. We're like 15-year-old kids. This guy is well into his late 20s, and he's like, bro, look at this shit. And he was saying, bro, he's like, bro, look at this shit, man. First of all, he puts on a homemade porn of his wife masturbating, and I'm looking at my friend like, where the fuck do you have us?
Why is he showing us this? Like, oh
he's
my
like,
God.
Look, she's so good at it. I'll never forget him saying that.
Was he trying to get y'all to do it?
No, he didn't.
He was showing off.
He was showing
bragging.
The boy
bragging.
Yeah, creepy.
I'd be hoping that guys do that with my porn.
She wasn't home because she had left him. And
no surprise there.
After 5 minutes of that clip, then
he's like, guess what else I want y'all to watch?
And it's this blonde horse getting sucked off by, of course, it's a white lady.
Of course.
And I just remember being furious. Fuck it. And I just looked at my friend I was with, and I was like, I'm calling my grandma. I'm fucking going home.
Enough is enough.
You can stay here in this sex depraved hell with these dirty fucking honkies. I'm out.
I'm calling my grandma.
This is my hard boundary, bitch.
Oh my God. My grandma is pulling up in that van.
Green van. I hope she lays on the horn hella loud, because I'm out, bitch. Then there's a well-known video or a well-known dude. There's a video, and I believe there's photos, because it's been talked about in the Morgue Morticia group multiple times. I forget the name. It's Mr. something, but it's this dude
with the horse
that got fucked by the horse. His colon got perforated, and he ended up dying from it. And I was like,
it's a famous case, but there's a
what
lot of people
God wanted. He
was part of the community, because there's a lot of people. I've done deep dives on this. I've made an adult male friend that we both know like watch it with me, like to try to scare him.
You're like, put the rolling pin up your ass and pretend it's a horse.
This is me like putting my version of putting the rat on my friend.
Yep.
I'm like, this exists.
Death porn.
This exists. Watch this.
You make him watch snuff films.
I'm like, you never saw it. I saw it when I was a little kid. Yes, it does exist. Watch this.
Watch him die.
Let me see your computer.
Bend over and watch him die.
No, but there's like whole communities of zoophilia that fucking
And when they die,
did a movie about that man.
Yeah.
Like a doc
it's
or
like
whatever.
Mr. fucking Hoppy or Happy or Mr. something. Mr. Just Google man that died from fucking horse. I'm sure you'll find
Horse
it.
sex. Yeah.
Yeah, don't put fucking. But I'm like,
Yeah.
so what you get?
People are weird. We're in hell.
And hell.
Like underground, like there's so much dark fucking shit that goes on that's so unbelievable. Like I do these dives because I'm like so in disbelief. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, it can't get that bad. Yes, it can, and even
It's
more,
probably worse.
and even fucking more. It's craziness that like people don't know about, that probably don't ever want to know about. But me, I'm like, what the fuck? I have to see it for myself.
Humans are like the worst.
Yeah.
And you know, I'm not just saying that in jest. Like,
Yeah.
they literally are the worst species to ever grace planet Earth. Like,
Yeah.
they do so much fucking damage, not only to each other, themselves, unwilling participants, fucking
Yes.
other species, just fucking terrible. Absolutely terrible.
Yeah,
And I hate them.
for sure.
Happy anniversary.
I have a couple write-ins.
Oh, I think I do too. Let me just say Virgie's mom wrote back in.
Virgie's mom.
Virgie the kangaroo.
Oh my fucking god, the kangaroo.
Virgie is from the exotic trade and is legal.
Oh, okay.
And is legal in Texas. So she got him from a dude she used to mess with.
And is allowed to have him.
And is allowed to have him.
And she's living a good life.
Yep.
What the
And
fuck?
she has a fucking baby.
That's so funny.
It's so fucking funny, and I'm so jealous.
Virgie, I know.
The name.
I would like videos if you have some to share, or if you have a page or like something.
Yeah. So there's some in the DM she sent.
Videos? Mm-hmm. Oh my
I'll
god.
send you her name,
okay,
and
I
you can
wanna
look.
see, please.
Yeah.
So I have one from a Lucy. Can I read it?
Yeah.
Okay.
If I have it,
I don't know if you got it.
Okay.
Hi, ladies. Probably not your usual write-in, but just wanted to say thank you for still talking about COVID when almost everyone pretends it doesn't exist anymore. It very much flared up, just if you guys didn't know. I help my old high-risk parents, so me and my family have never stopped wearing a mask and being careful. It hella sucks that Joe Biden goes out and declares the pandemic is over just so he can make everyone go back to work for the economy. Meanwhile, no one is allowed near his ass without getting tested first.
Right.
Anywho, that's my little rant. COVID sucks. It's still disabling and killing people, and it's good to hear you guys acknowledge it. Also, shout out to home healthcare workers. I wouldn't be able to raise my kids and take care of my parents without the help of my mom's amazing caregiver. Her mom has dementia. Love your show. Been listening forever. Stay safe out there. All right, I'm not done. Might as well wrap up with a quick tweaker uncle-in-law story.
Good girl.
So my husband was helping move a friend out of state, and him and a couple other guys spent days packing up dude's entire house into a giant U-Haul. They're starting to get short on space, but it's getting dark out. So tweaker uncle, who is in his 50s at this point, shows up and is like, someone toss me a rock and let me hit the pipe real quick. Whoa, wait, what? Okay. I'm gonna figure this out, then proceeds to spend all night alone, Tetris style, I knew it, rearranging the back of the U-Haul, like couch, dressers, bed, everything. But guess what? He made it work. He's also such a wholesome country boy, old school meth head, that instead of heading to the internet for porn, he still has the interior of his truck, plus his plumbing code book decorated with cutout penthouse, spread eagle puss,
I love him.
Puss pictures.
Love him.
Scrapbook style.
Love him.
All right, that's enough for me. Good night. Tetris
Love
style,
it.
arrange that shit. I knew it. Yeah, you can always count on a good tweaker to haul some shit and like work it out.
For
So,
sure.
yeah. That's
When
a
they're good tweakers, not like
that
fucking
don't steal half the shit in the
gram
process.
tweaker. Yeah, for real. Okay. Did you happen to get the birthday shout out that was like right after that?
Yeah.
Okay. You want me to read one?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I'm have so many praying mantis screenshots from my fucking bug group I have to dig through. Okay. Right in. My love and appreciation for you all is well known and documented, but in life, things happen and we are reminded just how much we are grateful for someone, something. Being an empath, as you all know, has peaks and valleys. Some days, moments are higher impact than others. The impact has been deep as of late, and thankfully I'm getting through it. But how thankful I was for the extra content we've had lately. Just getting away with you all is indescribable, though many of us try via write-ins. Crystal, you've had so much going on, and yet you share and laugh with us. And both of you have been so open and shared and healed and helped heal so many of us. Some people may see all my HD posts and think this again, but yes, because these are my friends, and if you give them a chance, I guarantee you two will laugh, relate, and possibly have some healing as well. My brain is what allows me to type this message out, but my heart is what's writing it.
Aww.
Juicy, you motherfucker.
Shut up. That's who wrote that? Oh my God.
I love you. Thank you.
Oh, he's the greatest.
We love you, you one-man band.
We love you so much.
That is a fucking one-man band.
No, for real.
Thank you.
I did not see that. I have a different one.
Okay.
Hey, Pat and Crystal, aka Las Tias. I have a very special birthday shout out for my comadre prima Lisette. Her birthday is October 20th. Libra gang. I get along good with Libras.
Same.
I only know a couple, but
everybody's a potential friend.
She's a huge fan and was the one to put me and my daughter onto your podcast. I want to express how amazing she truly is and how much I admire her. She puts everyone else before herself, and I honestly don't know how she does it all. Starry, her goddaughter. And I love you and wish you the happiest birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Lisette.
All right. Hey, ladies, love you both and the work you do. This is hands down the best podcast and has literally become a way of life. Keep up the amazing shit you do, because so many of us get by so much easier because of you both being so open and honest about your lives. I hope I can get a birthday shout out. It would make my bestie feel so loved and excited for her Libra season. Happy birthday, Nikki. You are amazing, and I hope your birthday is extra special this year. That's from Bridget.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
I feel like we kind of got to these on time for once.
Yeah.
So that we're doing good, you guys. We're doing better.
Look at fucking us.
Yeah. I'm happy about that.
Same.
A lot of people have asked, and I haven't had a chance to ask you, but what do you think about a holiday party? Did you want to do it?
Like a live show? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You do for real?
Yeah.
Because if you do, we got to like plan it now.
Let's do it.
Even if it's something small, just for like the locals, or you know what I'm saying? I don't know. We'll talk about it more then. So I guess we are going to have one.
We're going to have one. Okay. I doubt it'll be small.
Well, I'm just thinking venue wise, we'll stress.
Find something.
Okay.
Yep. So.
Okay, so then we are going to have one.
Get your fucking panties ready.
Yeah. All right. Get your affairs in order.
Get your dogs beefed up.
So you can... What? Your dogs?
They said get your dogs beefed up. Jesus Christ. All right, you guys.
Okay. Well, thank you. Please subscribe. Please. We're this close to being monetized on YouTube now.
Yep.
I don't know if you saw the notification, but we're like this far away. So if you guys could please share us, subscribe on YouTube, and also on like Apple Podcasts and everything, everywhere you hear your podcast. Patreon. Yeah. You get extra content there.
There's a lot of extra content there.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Share us and
all that good stuff.
Continue to write us. Send us your good stories.
Continue to write us love letters.
Love letters. Tell us how much you care.
How great we are. Okay, just kidding. I'm going to fucking put in floors.
Okay.
Suck it easy.
Go to bed.